Hi friends! Welcome back to the Project Return online classroom. I'm Miss Celia, and on today's video I wanted to talk about something that is super important, and that is nutrition. Nutrition is what we put into our body that gives us the fuel and lets our body function. Nutrition is super important because the better we eat, the better we feel, and the better that our body can function, right? When we eat healthier food, we feel physically a lot better than we do when we eat unhealthy or junk food. There are three major categories of food that we need to be aware of, and these categories are called your macronutrients. And your macronutrients, I'm sure you've heard of, are your carbohydrates, your fats, and your proteins. Carbohydrates are your sweets and starches and should take up about 45 to 65% of your diet. You can find carbohydrates in baked goods like cookies, cakes, and pastries, also in grains like bread, pasta, and rice. Starchy vegetables also contain carbohydrates such as corn, potatoes, and peas, and fruits also contain some carbohydrates as well, but those are healthy carbs. Carbs are broken down inside of our body and become sugars, the most important of which is called glucose. And glucose is released quickly into our bloodstream to give us that fast energy. So when we eat a big plate of pasta and we feel super energized after, that's because those carbs are then converted into glucose, which is released quickly into our bloodstream to give us that good energy. Proteins are amino acids that help us build muscle, heal body tissue, and perform other vital functions of our body. And they should be about 10 to 35% of the diet. They're found in meats like chicken, seafood, beef, or pork, also found in some fruits and vegetables, and other plant-based proteins such as soybeans, lentils, beans, nuts, and seeds. The third macronutrient are fats, and fats are important because they assist in hormone production. Fats should make up about 20 to 35% of our diet now. They're found in higher quantities in things like butters and oils, but can also be found in animal products like meat or dairy, and there are a few types of fats that we need to know about, which I'm sure you've heard of as well. The first kind is called a saturated fat. And you know something is a saturated fat if it is solid at room temperature, like butter or some oils and animal fats. High amounts of saturated fats can lead to higher risk of cardiovascular disease and obesity, so it's important that we limit our intake of saturated fats. Everything is good in little quantities, in moderation, right? But too much of a good thing is not a good thing. We also have unsaturated fats, and these are liquid at room temperature and include olive oil or peanut oil. Something I want to mention is our cholesterol, and we probably heard about cholesterol at the doctor's office, right? Our doctors measure our cholesterol levels in our blood and may have told you your cholesterol level is too high. Cholesterol levels increase the risk of cardiovascular disease and can build up in our veins and reduce blood flow because it is like a waxy fat-like substance, and it's produced by our body when we have a lot of fat intake. And they help our cells maintain their structure and help build nerve tissue. However, excess cholesterol can lead up to buildup in your veins and your arteries and can limit blood flow around your body. So that's why your doctor tells you that it's really important to keep your cholesterol levels as low as they can be. Beyond our macronutrients, we also have something called micronutrients, and micronutrients refer to vitamins and minerals that are essential to our body's functioning. Vitamins are needed for growth and to prevent disease, and they help body tissues and bones build and be strengthened, and they can help change carbohydrates and fats into energy much quicker. There's a few vitamins that are considered essential, but all of them are super important. For example, vitamin A is found in orange, yellow, and green vegetables and also found in egg yolks. And vitamin A helps us to maintain healthy eyes, skin, bones, and teeth. Vitamin D is found in milk, eggs, liver, and can be also absorbed when you go out to the sun. Our skin can absorb vitamin D just from the sun rays. And vitamin D helps absorb calcium, and that calcium, as we'll later hear, will help build and strengthen our bones. Vitamin E is found in wheat products, whole grains, leafy vegetables, and nuts. And vitamin E protects our red blood cells. And then we also have vitamin K, and vitamin K is found in leafy green vegetables like kale and cabbage, and assists in blood clotting. So when we get a little cut on our arm or we start bleeding, blood clotting is what happens at the site of the wound that stops the blood from bleeding out. As for nutrients, some of the most essential ones are calcium. Calcium keeps the nervous system working and strengthens our bones. We have sodium, which is found in salt, and that helps regulate fluids throughout the body. And then we also have iron, which helps us carry oxygen around our body. Water is another essential part of our diet. Water is found in every single cell of our body and helps us dissolve vitamins and nutrients throughout our body. It also assists with digesting foods, removing waste, and regulating our body temperature. Now, it is super important that we figure out what our proper diet is, and this varies based on your gender, your age, height, and weight. And it's also adjusted based on what kind of goals you want to achieve. For example, do you want to lose weight or do you want to build muscle? There are plenty of online macronutrient calculators. Basically, you'll just enter some information about what you and your body look like, and they'll tell you what % of your diet should be carbs, fats, and proteins. And this can really help us shape our meals to be as healthy as possible. But of course, pairing your diet with exercise is essential for maintaining a healthy body, excuse me. Exercise is super important because it burns off that excess energy that we do not need, and if we don't burn it off, it gets stored in our body, and that's what turns to fat. So exercise is really important, and maintaining your healthy diet with a regular exercise routine is essential for being as healthy as you can be. A healthy body gives us a healthier mind as well, so we want to treat our body right so we can have as good of a healthy mind as we can. Thank you guys so much for watching my video on nutrition. I hope I gave you some valuable information that you can use when meal planning yourself for the next week. I will see you guys in the next video, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Bye.